Hello, Real Talkers. It's your girl, Fearless. And this week we're talking about too much plastic. You heard it, Real Talkers. Too much plastic surgery. How much is too much? Do you gotta do a nip and a tuck here? Or do you just change your whole facial that no one even recognizes who you are? The sisters are gonna discuss their opinions on how they feel about too much plastic. What's up, Real Talkers? This is your girl, Fearless, and this week's podcast, we're going to take it to another level, okay? You know, I was looking at TV and seeing all these stars and everything, and just noticed that there was one well-known star, and they said the name, but they didn't look nothing like they used to look. I mean, like, not even a little bit now. And if you're getting plastic surgery to enhance your facial features or your body, but when you look like a totally different human,
yeah, that's the problem.
So this week's podcast, we're going to talk about too much plastic. How much is too much? Now, like I said, if you have so much plastic surgery, you don't even look like you used to look, maybe too much. I'm all for a girl or a sister, you know, a man who want to enhance their current looks, even change some things. Maybe you want to change your nose, you want to make your eyes bigger, you want to your lips or whatever. But how far do you need to go? Now, if you put so much filler in your lip that you can't close your mouth and drink out of a straw.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Or when you try to drink something out of a cup, it's rolling down your cheek.
That's too much.
Too much plastic.
That's too much.
Too much going on now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So ladies, you know, I was looking at some stuff. Okay. And I am just appalled to see these people go through this craziness of trying to improve their looks. I read about a lady who's already spent $500,000 on her plastic surgeries, ladies. Can you believe it? This person has had over 30 plastic surgeries on her body. There is nowhere on her body that has not been touched by surgery to make her look better. And she did, not once, but twice. She had labiaplasty. You know what that is, right?
No, tell us what that is,
Yeah.
That's redoing the vagina.
Oh my God.
She's had it done a couple of times. And can you believe that this person feels like, you know, having plastic surgery is like waking up in a beautician's chair, in a cosmetology chair, because you're going to be different and you're going to wake up beautiful than you were when you went to sleep. That's what this person says.
I want to back up to the vagina.
What you got going on down there?
But you need to change.
You know what? I'm wondering, do they need to tighten it up? Maybe tighten it up.
What you got going on down there that you need to tighten up the vagina? I'm sorry.
Tightening up the muscles, Fearless. You know, I don't know if this person had children. I hope not.
Sierra Blue. You can do those kegels, you know, you can do those muscular things and it will close it back up. I'm just saying, two of them, I think she made a little bit more excitement out of those vajanas. I'm going to go back again because I was so pleased when that happened.
You're getting a lot of orgasms doing this.
Wow.
I think that what it is. You're like, oh my goodness, but that was creepy. Okay.
That's too much plastic. That's way too much plastic. I mean, in some cases, it's ridiculous. I was looking at something on YouTube, and the lady was transforming her face, her body, everything to look like a Barbie doll.
A Barbie doll. Yeah, I called it.
She had even had some of her ribs removed so she could make her waist smaller.
Wow.
She
realized the rib is a cage for your organs.
Exactly.
When you start taking the cage away from the organs, where do you think those organs are going to go?
Where are they going to go? Exactly. I mean, it was unbelievable that, to me, there had to be some mental stuff going on upstairs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It really had to be some mental stuff going on upstairs. And I'm like you guys. It's okay to want to enhance
Yes.
you know, your features. I understand it. I get it. I'm be honest. If I had some money, I'd probably, you know, critique a few things myself.
You can get your JJ done, Cecilia.
No,
We start with a
Other
smaller
JJ,
nose.
it's okay. It's tight. It's all right.
It's tight like that.
But a surgery can make it better.
No,
I'm good. I'm good. Look, we's married. We're good. We good.
We're gonna wake up one morning. It's gonna be all the way closed. This is gonna shut up.
Life, okay. No sex life, okay.
And that thing gonna lock up like a ball.
They gonna
It's
lock
gonna
up.
never open back up.
Look, they go. You can't use the bathroom. So then you got, you know, have surgery for that.
For that.
You
I
know
just
what?
think it's gotten out of hand.
Maybe pieces of the labia will start falling apart. You notice every time.
see.
Yeah, it might thread too wide. Oh my gosh, it probably look terrible now.
But I can't even imagine, like, you know, after surgery, there is pain. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
excruciating pain. And yeah, you can take pain medicine, but you're still going to feel uncomfortable. Can't imagine having surgery down there
No.
and you're in
Right.
pain. It's like, okay, but you did that to yourself. But I think that also it's, you know, I'm all for, you know, getting whatever you feel that you need to do in order to feel good. I've had Botox, which is not major. Only thing I've done major is I did have some fat removed. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
It had to go. It moved in and it wouldn't move out, and I had to evict it. Okay, I had to evict the fat. You know, it was a parasite. It was living on top of me, and it wasn't paying rent, and so it had to go. But I think about, you know, when I went to my consultation. And I knew what I wanted to get when I went there. But when you go to those consultations, it's like, oh, I could do this for you, and I could do that for you. And look, and I can bundle it up. Now, we're not talking about bundling up surgery.
You know what
I
that's
need no bundle of no surgery. I came in here for this. And, well, you know, if you get this, we'll give you $1,000 off. Why are you discounting now? Period. Then you're gonna give me a discount if I let you do some more surgery. Don't fall for the okie dokie. You go in there, know what you're trying to get, and do not let them tell you otherwise. Because I mean, I would have had a full body makeover if I would have allowed them to do that. Oh, we can take this fat and we can put it in your bottom, you know, in your buttocks. I'm like,
That's
okay,
right.
that's good.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
That's right.
But it's amazing how you think you're going to a doctor and that's professional, but you go to these salespeople first.
Exactly.
You know, you don't see the doctor till it's a procedure, but they got salespeople that's in there to sell you more stuff. You know, why don't you get the mommy makeover? You know, you can get this lifted and this tucked and this sucked and this put there. And I'm like, I don't want all that done. You know, I mean, I just want this poo-pop. Because that's what that fupa that was on my stomach. I just want that gone. Everything else, I'm pretty much happy with it. I work it out. But that fupa would not leave, and I had to evict it. I'm just telling you, it had to go. But it's amazing how they try to, you know, coerce you into getting all of this stuff done. It's scary, and people fall for it, and people are dying because they're doing these things too. So sisters and brothers out there, real talkers, please listen to your gut. Do not let people talk you into things that you're not ready to accept. Real talk.
Well, thank you, Fearless. Thank you. So, Fearless, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, the butt implants were very popular, right? Now, we have DNA that put our butts in good spots, okay? You know, Fearless has a kadonkadonk. Sierra Blue has a kadonkadonk. Well, poor Cecilia. You know, DNA.
I don't.
It didn't make it to Cecilia. I'm sorry, real talk.
Look, I'm fine with my booty.
But she's fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So back in the day, you know, they would do butt implants, right? And they would, you know, take the fat from other places in your body, like maybe the stomach, you know, arm fat, you know, wherever it is. They would move it to your butt. Now, the thing is that if the doctor injected it into a muscle, it could be fatal. I didn't know that. That if they injected the wrong spot, you could die right there on the table. And I'm sure there's been some casualties because it was so popular. Okay. Yes. You see somebody had a flat back, you know, and all of a sudden they're strutting down the runway or they're strutting on the beach and they got a nice booty, you know. And where did that come from? Where did that come from? You know? So the thing about that is more things happen when you have these procedures. Now the BBL is the thing now. That's the
Yes.
thing that's going on now. So that is still a crucial part of the body that could be infected, that can be, I've heard of things where that fat flipped around on their butts and it looks terrible. They have dents in their butts can be on fire because of all that infection that inflames back there. I'm telling you real talk, because if you don't have a gadonka now, just leave it alone. That means that God did not intend for you to have a gadonka. It's not in your DNA, and there's no use in you using other fat parts of your body to put it back there. Okay, don't do it. It's not going to work. Eventually, it's going to deflate. Okay, it's going to be ugly. Eventually, it could cost you your life. Don't do it, real talk. It's just not worth it.
Yep.
No,
I agree.
and I agree. My fear would be, okay, when you're in there taking out the fat or doing it, whatever. I mean, who's to say they don't take something out you might need?
Right.
You wake up, your kidney, your kidney might be gone, your liver gone. I mean, it's like, I don't know. And you want to trust physicians. You really want to trust them. And, you want to just feel like you are in great hands. But like, you guys said, people are dying, women are dying, and number one, they're dying because, like you said, they're offering too many surgeries, and they're offering you these buy one get one free, things like that, to where you're coerced into these decisions that you really haven't thought about, because God intended for us to have everything that we have, whether it might be a too much or too little. When we start adding all these extra things, it could just really mess you up. So just number one, I mean, like I said, it's okay to, tuck here or whatever there. But first of all, just do your research, just really, really do your research on these physicians. Stop going overseas, getting these procedures where you have no idea. If you go into the mall and they telling you the shop is in the bag, it's down there in the basement, make that right turn past the shoes, and my office is, back there on the left, just lay on that table. That's not a bed, it's a table. Yes. And I'm gonna be right in on my lunch hour. Then you need to run. You do not need to be going there. So, just do your research. Make sure your body is healthy. You don't want something that you're trying to do to enhance your body. It's something that's really going to hurt your body. So, like I said, I'm all for it. Go, like I said, if I had the money, now I ain't going to tell you what all I might do if I had it. Because remember that show, Nip Tuck? We might be nipping and tucking.
Well, real talkers, first and foremost, we want you all to be safe. Real talkers, we want you to be safe. Just like Cecilia said, and just like Sierra Blue said, people are dying. And so do your research. And if you go into a room or a hotel room and that's where it's going to be done, run. If you or they discount and buy one, get one free, run. If they sit up here and tell you, I'm a dentist, but I can do it, run. So at the end of the day, your life is on the line. Surgery is what it is. It's surgery. And we all know that one complication is all it takes to lose your life. So is that, that BBL, is that more important for you to lose your life? So you just have to think about those things. So do your research, take care of yourselves. You can always find us at Real Talk, the number 4 Real Women. We have lots of information on there that, just going to help you out. And just drop us a line because we'd love to hear from you. You also can find us at Spotify and all of our other places that you can find our podcast. So thank you so much, Real Talkers. This has been Real Talk for Real Women. We're out.
Peace out. Bye, Real Talkers. Until next time.
All right, Real Talkers, we hope you enjoyed this week's podcast. And we want to thank you for allowing us to be in 26 countries. Real Talk for Real Women. We can also be found anywhere podcasts can be heard. And you can go to our website at Real Talk, the number 4 realwomen.com to listen to any of our other podcasts. Thank you so much for your support. We truly appreciate you. Real Talk for Real Women. We're out.